Things I wish someone told me when starting my hair business, part three. Today, we're going to be discussing things that you need to ask your vendors when starting. I haven't seen anybody really explain this really well, so I'm going to be giving you all the tea. So grab your coffee, grab some popcorn. We're really going to be having an in-depth conversation today. My name is Temi. I am the founder of Serena Signature, and I am a luxury raw hair supplier. And I cannot wait to have this conversation with y'all because I wish somebody was answering this question when I started. So, some questions that you need to ask your vendor. I want you guys, please, I beg. It's not every vendor's list that you see that you need to be hopping on. Just because this supplier, just because this hair company is, you found out who their vendor is, doesn't mean you're gonna get the same hair. Let me tell you, there's this one company, a Filipino company, that I know one of this popular girl uses, right? And when people try to use them, they're like, oh, the hair sucks. The hair isn't good. You know why? They've taken the time to build a relationship with their vendor. They've taken the time to build a relationship with their supplier. So the supplier knows that when we get here, they're the first in line that we're going to send here to. We're going to always send them our top quality hair. So you need to make sure that when you are doing your research, right, you get to know the vendor. I don't know why a lot of people don't ask questions and they don't call their vendor. I personally like working with people that are smaller. I don't want to go for the person that anybody is going to. Like if I find I don't like, oh, my vendor's list or the person I'm using, everybody knows. I don't like that. There's people that a lot of people know this person uses, but trust me, it doesn't mean you're going to get the same here. And I like people who value my money and value my time. So some questions to ask, of course, is asking them what their MOQ is. That is their minimum order quantity. And a lot of the times, let me tell you this, a lot of people don't realize they are paying retail, especially if you're ordering from China. You're paying retail from the vendor and you think you're paying wholesale, but you're really not. Ask them what their wholesale prices are and what their MOQ for their wholesale prices are. And ask them if you can do a sample order and then order more later. If you want to get the deal, you have to order a good amount and even if you want to be able to order here and there, you need to build a relationship with them first. Money speaks. So in my last video, I talked about having your persona, having your target audience. So thinking about what they would wear. So that would influence the way the type of hair that you're getting. So ask your vendor, what services do they offer? All their services. Some vendors, if you're looking for raw hair, but you want to get it steamed, some vendors steam hair. So you have to ask them, what services do they offer? Some vendors, you think you're going to get bundles, you have to ask them if they make wigs, right? If they have closures. Also, a lot of people don't know this, but if you find a good hair supplier, right? And they have good hair, but you don't like their lace, you don't have to leave them because you don't like their lace. Ask them if you can send them lace. You can buy your own lace, find a good lace vendor, and ask them if you can ship them your lace and see if they'll also take off some money because you're using your own lace. But a lot of this happens when you're building relationships with your vendor. Next question you have to ask them, depending on what your target audience is. I like to have the best quality. Personally, I don't use vendors anymore. I've become my own vendor. So this was some of the questions that I was asking when I was using vendors. Ask them what their what their top quality is. If you are trying to sell virgin hair, you can just go ahead and sell virgin hair. If you stick with especially Chinese hair, a lot of the times what they're selling as raw hair is actually high quality virgin hair, their highest quality virgin hair. So you have to, and for some reason also, these companies, especially the Chinese ones, once they see that you're black, I don't know why, they will offer you their low quality hair as their pricing.